I actually kind of agree with what she was saying to some extent, and I'm in a relationship. I wouldn't be okay with a guy putting restrictions on me.
How long have you been dating your current partner?
It's about like 2 months.
2 months. Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys are exclusive and monogamous?
Yes.
Okay. And if and my personal take is, if it's every once in a while, whatever. But if it's like, there's a birthday party. I know some guys are like, not at all. But me personally, if it's like a one-time thing, but otherwise she doesn't party or go to clubs, whatever. But if it's like she wants to party every weekend, that's a major issue. That's a major issue.
I don't party every weekend, but if I wanted to, I would. And I'm not going to let whoever I'm dating dictate that, because it mostly just roots from insecurity. Why are you insecure that I'm going out to party?
Okay. Is it insecurity, or is it just having a boundary?
Because it's insecurity.
What you call
boundary coming
because their idea of partying, they're connecting that with hooking up. And you can have fun at a party without hooking up. I go out to party, and I have been out partying just with friends having fun.
What you call insecurity, I call having a boundary. Go ahead, Natasha.
Well, I was going to say that boundary also comes from wanting respect. So you going out and not partying and drinking and getting drunk and having all these men be attracted to you and like coming up to you and stuff, that is him. It's just a respect thing, Like, have you ever experienced that?
I've gone out to party. I've never once disrespected what I'm in. Okay. And I go out, sometimes I go to clubs, and I go with him too. And if I were to tell him I just feel like going out with my girlfriends, he would be okay with it. And if he were to tell me I would just want to go with my guy friends, I would be okay with it, because we both trust each other. And if you don't trust each other, then why the fuck are you in a relationship?
We'll continue going around the table. Go ahead. By the way, can I have everyone, just all of you on that side, push your cups further into the table, please? Go ahead.
What was the question again?
So,
why is she so mad?
He just can't let go of it.
So the question is...
Sounds like you're mad if you can't let go of it.
God. All right, you guys can kiss and make up after the show. Okay, so would you have if your boyfriend said, hey, I don't want you going to bars and clubs?
No, I wouldn't be okay with that, because
you wouldn't
be okay with, yeah. I don't want him to think he has control on like other aspects after that. So it should be like, I understand the whole compromise thing. I agree with the compromise. So obviously I'm not going to be going out like every weekend and stuff like that, but I shouldn't be restricted from going out at all. Or if I feel like, going 2 weekends in a row, I shouldn't be given shit for it if I decide to do so. Okay.
Would you give a guy shit if he was paying for another girl's OnlyFans while dating you?
Definitely.
Oh, but he's his own person. You can't control what he does.
Why is he seeking like...
It's just for fun, like entertainment. He's just having fun, like talking to...
But that's a different type of like...
Okay, what about the strip club?
Okay.
Is that a problem if he goes to the strip club twice a week?
Okay, so I have older brothers and they're married, they go out and things like that.
Sure.
I'm not opposed to the strip club as long as they're not paying for private dances. But like I don't know, I have older brothers, I kind of see it like
So you wouldn't mind the strip club though. Your boyfriend's going to the strip club twice a week.
I mean, twice a week is a little excessive. Like, I'm not going to be going out every weekend. I'm not expecting him to be going out every weekend.
Okay. All right, sure. Go ahead. What about you? Tilt the mic down or fix your posture.
For sure. I don't know. I'm not like a fan of an ultimatum like that, but I don't really care if other people want those boundaries. Like, it's not my problem. That's the truth. If other people want to do that in their relationships, that's fine. I already don't really go out that much. I'm honestly like still new to the whole scene of going out, like, so I'm already but like I'm not like super interested in going out and getting super drunk anymore now that I'm in a relationship, just because I feel like I get annoying and I start spam texting that person. I just yeah, but for like other reasons, honestly.
So you think it's an ultimatum?
If that's how you described it, but if it's not, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I want to add on to that. I think it depends a lot on the situation. Like, if he just comes up to me and he's like, don't go to parties, it's different than if we're sitting down and we're just having a conversation. He's like, hey, it makes me a little uncomfortable, or I don't feel like too good with it. It's two completely different situations and two completely different reactions that I'm gonna have.
Okay.
Personally for me, if you said a guy I was seeing at the time, right, who...
Yeah. So let's say you were like, hey, I want to be monogamous with you. And he's like, that's fine. Just you seem to party a lot. And if like I'm not prepared to commit to you if you're partying all the time, going out every weekend.
I mean, first off, I would understand where he's coming from. But personally for me, I view going out, like partying every weekend, like what she said was connecting with my friends, and just a social thing that I want to do with my friends to keep in touch and get drunk, whatever. So personally for me, that would not be okay. I wouldn't be okay with that, because I just feel that as a social gathering, hang out with my friends. And if you're restricting me hanging out with my friends, that's not cool.
Okay. Natasha?
I think that the situation is very situational, but I would say that I'd be okay with it, because one, I don't really enjoy parties, like me personally, right? And I would understand it because, you know, men understand what goes on at parties, and I don't think Brian's talking about the wholesome parties that you guys are talking about, like with your friends. It's not like that type of thing. I think he's talking about the ones where, you know, you drink a lot and you're surrounded by a lot of guys, and there's a lot of like, you know, different things going on that aren't so wholesome and nice and cute. So knowing that, like, if he came to me talking about how he doesn't really want a girl at parties and is being sought out by different guys and potentially seeking out different guys, like, I completely understand that. It's a respect thing, and it's a valid boundary, I believe.
Flan Life, thank you for the 10 gifted subs, or memberships, excuse me. Thank you, man. John, did you want to come in on this again?
I just think that boundaries are good for relationships. I know most people here haven't had a relationship over 2 years, but like you have to understand that the boundaries, a lot of people think boundaries for relationships are to keep the woman trapped and oppressed and like some sort of just like subjugation, but reality, it's to protect your relationship for the two of you. Boundaries aren't there just for one person. They're from two of you. It's the guy's not there just trying to like control you and be like, oh, you must be under my thumb because you're a woman. Because I think a lot of you girls like take it that hard left extreme or hard right, whatever, you know, but it's really just not like that at all. It's just boundaries.
Maybe because that for...
Go ahead.
You just seemed annoyed right when I opened my mouth, but maybe
we knew you were going to talk.
Because
we knew you were going to have something to say no matter what.
Maybe it's because for literally since civilization,